What's up, innovators? Mike Hill here, Hill Innovative Solutions, and this is The Innovative Lifestyle, where we talk all things innovation, focusing primarily on new product development and bringing innovative new product ideas to market. Welcome back, everybody. Super excited to be back, taking a week hiatus last week for some personal issues, but glad to be back and super excited to talk about this week's topic. This is something that has actually come up a few times over the last few weeks with me, and it's something that I have gotten my entire career. Anytime I have talked about going out on my own and operating my own business, particularly in design and engineering. So Hill Innovative Solutions, what we do is we're a new product development company where we help people with ideas, help manufacturing companies particularly develop new products. And the question that I get constantly from people anytime I talk about new product development and Hill Innovative Solutions is, so what is your expertise? And they go, and when I say it's product development, and they go, okay, but what industry, what market, what product types, and really, which is what differentiates us, because we're not market specific. We've got a broad background. Myself personally, have 20 years experience developing products in aerospace and medical devices and power electronics and sporting goods and consumer goods, and a few various other marketplaces. But really what our expertise is the process and developing and the product development process, right? So so that's what I want to talk about today is, what, quote unquote subject matter experts. And the reason why I'm talking about it today is not to talk about Hill Innovative Solutions, but to talk about it as it relates to you, the listener, and those who are interested in developing new products and bringing products to market and have an idea but don't know what to do and not sure how to do it, and are basically fear stricken because you think that you need to be a subject matter expert on whatever industry that your product serves. And I'm here to tell you that that simply isn't true. I don't know of any great inventor who was a subject matter expert in the area that they invented in before they brought a product to market, right? And in today's day and age, especially, you are there's so many resources at your fingertips to use to gain the knowledge, the basic knowledge that you need to develop a product. And the other side of it too is there's subject matter experts that are already out there, that have already committed their lives to studying and researching these ideas and topics. So why do you want to be another one if that's not what your desire is? If your desire is simply to bring the product to market, then you don't need to know everything. And the other thing is, if you've got an idea for a product, you already are the subject matter expert. It's your vision, it's your product. There is not going to be anyone else out there that sees it clearer or better than you do already. So let's dive into this a little bit. Already kind of going back and forth all over the place, and just want to talk a little bit about this thing called subject matter expertise. And so, like I said, if you've got an idea for a product and it is innovative and new, then your vision is more of a subject matter expertise than anyone else out there. And the reason being, and first example I want to use on that is actually an example that I had just this past week with one of my clients. And basically, we've been putting together a new product for them, and putting together some new technology to put into it, technology that they've never utilized in their organization before. And what we have found as we've tried talking to their in-house experts, their subject matter experts of their products, their engineering teams, is that they're really struggling to grasp the new technology and the new concept because it's not how they've done it before, right? So this is kind of problem one with subject matter experts, right? Is that if it strays away from something that they're already familiar with, and they're already used to, then they're going to struggle to grasp new ideas and new concepts, right? If you would have tried to sell the iPad as a computing device anyone at IBM, any engineer at IBM in the 80s, or even the 90s, probably for that matter, it would have never flown. They would have never accepted it. They would have never realized it. Like, no, you have to have a keyboard. No, you have to have these items have to be here because that's what they know. So they're limited in that. The other thing, I was asked by a local university professor what my thought on intern engineers are, and young and new engineers, and my reply was, I love them. I think they're great. And he was kind of taken aback by my response. I said, look, tenured engineers are great when I need them to solve a specific problem that they have had experience with before, right? Because they're going to know the tips, the tricks. Don't get me wrong, experienced engineers are absolutely powerful, but they're lazy, is what I said, and so relating that back, right? Subject matter experts are lazy because they feel that they know it already. They've learned it already. Their ability to risk failure is much lower because they should know it already. So they're not going to spend the additional time researching. They're not going to spend the additional energy to go out of their way and find something new. And I had another client who said, I didn't know that these parts even existed to me on something. On a design, I said, these are off-the-shelf parts. They've been off the shelf for decades, but they've never used it before, so they didn't know it. And it took a young, ambitious, eager engineer or individual to find it, right? Because, and that's what you as an inventor should be. Is ambitious, and you have that desire for your product. So you are the subject matter expert, right? Believe it or not, on that product, you're going to do more for it than any subject matter expert. Now, again, I say all that not to bash tenured engineers as a tenured engineer, but to because they have value, right? And that's number two is, with your idea and your product, as you design it, as you develop it, you're going to get stuck. And you're going to go, what do I do? And the best way to keep it from becoming stagnant is to actually go find one of those subject matter experts, right? You don't have to be one. You can pay one, you can hire one, because those engineers, because now that 40 years of experience that engineer has, right, is totally worth it, because what could potentially take you years to figure out through trial and error and failure and success, they've already done. Their 40 years has already experienced it, and they've probably experienced it more than once or twice, which is why they are now, quote unquote, subject matter experts. So absolutely reach out to them, use them. They're a powerful tool, right? They're not really that lazy, but it's just it's an easy metaphor to use. But reach out to them, and that's where their value is, right? Is to use them as a tool, use subject matter experts as a tool, and know that you don't have to be one, because there's ones out there. I designed a product for a company oh man, this is going almost 15 plus years ago now, and it was a air purification device, and I thought, man, I had to learn everything. I need to know what the chemical reactions are of the materials in there, and I need to know how each gas would react and what the off gassing is, and all these other things. And someone said to me, "Well, you need to call this guy." I said, "What? This guy? He's got a PhD in air purifiers." A PhD in air purifier? What? He's got, yeah, PhD in filters, and so what I thought I needed to know and learn wasn't the case. What I needed to know and learn is who to contact to help me solve those problems, to help me understand and get me off the learning curve that I was stuck on, right? And he knew more, he had forgotten more than I could ever hope to learn in a short project like that, or a project like that. Even if I dedicated my whole life to that one product, then I still probably wouldn't learn and know as much as that gentleman did, as much as that doctor did. So, as an inventor, as someone developing products and developing innovation, you can't afford to be the subject matter expert, right? You just can't. But you do need to recognize that they are out there, and you need to know how to contact them. The third is, I'm not saying all this just so that you go into a product blind. You should have some knowledge, some basis, and some learnings about what it is that you're working on. Now, most likely, if you've got a product idea, then you've got some knowledge either of your market or of competitive products, or various other things. But if you just, hey, I've got this idea, I wanted to do this and that, but I have no idea how to do that. There are insane amount of resources out there for you to learn and try and get the knowledge that you need, at least the base knowledge, to get you 90% of the way there. One item that I've used extensively over the last few years, as I've expanded into markets new to me, technologies that are new to me, is Coursera. It's Coursera.org is a website that you pay a monthly subscription to, and you get access to university level courses. So if you want that higher education type item to learn it, then you can also. The other is, there's all sorts of experts out there. If you're looking at marketing experts, there's marketing experts out there. If you're looking at product development, there's product development experts out there right here at Hill Innovative Solutions. And so there's ways to learn, and most of these experts, I bring them up not necessarily like in 2 where you contact them to get their assistance, but in 3, learning from them, right? Because as an expert, one of the things that we love to do is we love to share our knowledge. And so we've created content. I know that I've created content that is used and able to be used, and wanting people to use and learn, so that they can learn and branch out into and share in the thrills that I get to do every day. Right. So there's other free resources. Libraries, public libraries are great resources. In addition to, now many public libraries have access to educational websites, where you get, if you just have a membership to the public library, then you actually get free access to some of these other learning platforms. Right. So so those are the 3 items. One, and finally, I've said it multiple times, I want to say it again, right? You are the subject matter expert. No one can pull from your mind's eye what it is that you're envisioning as your solution to your problem, right? So you remember several episodes ago, we talked about, how do you identify a new product? First, you have to identify your problem, right? And so once you've identified your problem, you start sculpting and creating this solution to it, and no one else can see that, no matter how much expertise they have. They can help you and they can guide you, but they cannot do it for you. And that's where you, as the visionary, as the innovator, really are your own subject matter expert. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. This one was, again, something that just kind of came up several times over the last few weeks, and I look forward to sharing more with everybody. Hopefully, this is of value, and if so, subscribe. Follow us on subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook, The Innovative Lifestyle and Hill Innovative Solutions, and we've got some bunch of free new stuff coming out at hillinnovativesolutions.com, and just follow us, learn more with us, and develop products. And I say it all the time, right? Go change the world, invent something.